clock strikes midnight. The sterile corporate office transforms into a dangerous playground, and this seemingly timid secretary is officially done playing by the rules. Strutting through the glass doors in a killer, figure-hugging red dress, she doesn't just cross the professional boundary, she completely obliterates it. Without a second of hesitation, she marches right up to her ruthless CEO and plants a fiery, uninvited kiss straight on his lips. Liquid courage? Maybe. But she's got a serious score to settle tonight. Just hours ago, he had the absolute nerve to call her out, mocking her intelligence with a cold smirk, claiming her IQ is a measly 59, and that her work is nothing but a series of sloppy, low-level mistakes. Well, she's about to show him exactly how sloppy she can really get. Pushing his broad shoulders back onto the leather couch, she takes total control. With deliberate, agonizing slowness, she unbuttons his dark shirt to reveal a perfectly sculpted chest. Then, she whips out her vibrant red lipstick and boldly brands his ABs with that exact insulting number 59. It's the ultimate provocative power move, a visual middle finger to his arrogance. But if she thought she was the only predator in the room, she is dead wrong. You don't play with fire unless you're ready to get burned. And the boss is officially done holding back. The tension in the room skyrockets as his eyes darken. He reaches up, firmly gripping her neck, and their office banter instantly turns into a scorching hot standoff. He challenges her so-called average score, and she doesn't miss a beat, daring him to show her exactly what a perfect 100 feels like. In a heartbeat, the entire power dynamic flips. He sweeps her off her feet, effortlessly carrying her through the shadows and straight to the bathroom mirror, pinning her against the cold marble counter. He forces her to look at their tangled reflection. His voice drops to a dangerous whisper, demanding to know if she's actually sober enough to handle the intense consequences of teasing a man like him. His warning is crystal clear. Do not dare regret this tomorrow. But with a wicked, breathless smirk, she reaches for his tie and seals her own fate. Whispering that whoever backs down now is a coward, she pulls him back in. The trap is fully set, the simmering tension finally snaps, and there is absolutely no turning back. Waking up in a tangled mess of white sheets next to her sleeping, chiseled boss, the hazy memories of last night's wild encounter come rushing back and sheer panic instantly sets in. Heart pounding, she frantically sneaks out of the room, her killer red heels clutched tightly in her hand. But as she tiptoes through the corridor, she overhears her clueless, mean girl co-workers gossiping about the mysterious, fiery hot girl who boldly spent the night in the CEO's private office. They are completely oblivious that the daring femme fatale they are so jealous of is actually the quiet secretary standing right next to them. But the thrill of her secret rebellion is brutally short-lived, because the real nightmare is waiting for her back at home. Staring at a cold, clinical medical report, her absolute worst fear is confirmed. Late-stage leukemia, with the doctor's grim words echoing in her head that she only has 3 months left to live. Her entire world completely shatters. Collapsing onto the floor and clutching her teddy bear, she is desperate for just a single shred of comfort. She calls her mother, hoping for a shoulder to cry on, but instead, she is met with nothing but cold, selfish complaints and demands for money. It's the ultimate breaking point, as a sudden nosebleed reminds her of her ticking clock. Agonizing flashbacks of her miserable life flood her mind. She remembers being relentlessly bullied by her toxic colleagues, publicly humiliated with a lunchbox of food dumped right on her head, and treated like absolute disposable garbage by the very boss she just surrendered to. Suddenly, the tears stop falling, and something deep inside her finally snaps. If she's going to die in 90 days anyway, why the hell should she spend her final moments playing the pathetic, submissive victim? Wiping away the blood and tears, a fierce, unstoppable spark of pure defiance ignites in her eyes. She marches up to the glass, grabs her signature red lipstick and scrawls a bold, unapologetic battle cry across her mirror. Look past life and death. If you don't like it, fight. Ditching her timid, boring persona for a killer, skin-tight leather skirt and a badass new attitude, she strides out the door. She is no longer the weak office punching bag. She is a woman with absolutely nothing left to lose. And she is ready to make every single one of them pay. The corporate bullpen is absolutely buzzing with toxic gossip. Songshi, the notoriously ugly and submissive secretary, is nowhere to be found, and her mean girl co-workers are having a field day. They're convinced the handsome, arrogant CEO finally got sick of looking at her and fired her on the spot. They gather around her desk, mercilessly mocking her framed photo, a tragic testament to her nerdy, buck-tooth, thick glass pass. They think they've won, laughing at the girl who never fought back. But the joke is entirely on them. Suddenly, the heavy glass office doors swing open, and the entire room goes dead silent. In walks an absolute vision. A stunning, fiercely confident woman rocking a sleek, curve-hugging red leather skirt, killer heels, and flawless makeup. Jaws literally drop. Someone nearly spills their morning coffee. The whispers start immediately. Is this the new executive assistant? A supermodel? Nope, it's Songshi, completely and utterly transformed. She doesn't even spare a glance at her dumbfounded, open-mouthed colleagues as she struts past them with the aura of an untouchable queen. She marches straight into the CEO's private office, not bothering to knock, and slams a crisp resignation letter right onto his pristine mahogany desk. She is officially done playing the pathetic, ugly duckling. The boss looks up, his initial annoyance instantly melting into pure, unadulterated shock as he takes in the breathtaking woman standing before him. He tries to play it cool, masking his awe with his usual arrogant smirk. But Songshi isn't having a single second of it. Leaning in close, she boldly looks him dead in the eye and drops a nuclear bomb. She's quitting, because she was highly disappointed with his performance in bed last night. The ruthless CEO is left completely paralyzed, his massive ego shattered into a million pieces. With a triumphant, wicked smirk, she turns on her designer heel and walks out, leaving him choking on his own regret. Back in the bullpen, the show isn't over. She casually answers her phone, loudly discussing the sale of her luxury property, proving she doesn't need this toxic job. She's already moving on to a bigger, wealthier life. Her former bullies are still reeling, their brains short-circuiting as they try to process that this glamorous goddess is the girl they used to torment. For the grand finale, she reaches into her bag and pulls out her old, fake buck-teeth braces, tossing them on the desk like the ultimate mic drop. She was never the ugly duckling. She was a swan in disguise the whole time. And now, she's ready to take over the world. For months, she played the part flawlessly. The dowdy, pathetic, invisible secretary that the office mean girls absolutely love to tear apart. When their vicious, relentless gossip finally pushes her to tears, she runs off. But the joke is entirely on them. In a jaw-dropping twist, she corners her best friend in the hallway and drops the ultimate bombshell. The ugly duckling routine was nothing but a brilliant, calculated disguise. She is actually an absolute knockout who deliberately made herself look terrible just to avoid the toxic, backstabbing workplace rumors. But she is officially done playing the victim. She declares she is tired of hiding and ready to live her truth. It's time to wipe off the ugly makeup, put on the killer heels, and take what's hers. Strutting into the billionaire CEO's private office looking like an absolute femme, fatale in a sleek black shirt and a fiery red leather skirt, she completely flips the script. He thinks she's just there to deliver his lunch, but she is serving up a masterclass in high-stakes seduction. When he casually asks her to feed him, she boldly looks her boss dead in the eye and negotiates a massive cash bonus just for the privilege of having her hand feed him. Leaning in dangerously close, she shatters his professional boundaries, literally spoon-feeding the ruthless executive as he stares at her, completely mesmerized, his eyes tracking her every move. The power dynamic hasn't just shifted, she's holding it in the palm of her hand, and he is completely under her spell. But just as the sexual tension reaches an absolute boiling point, the office door swings open. Enter the ultimate final boss, the spoiled, entitled childhood sweetheart. Dressed in innocent white, the wealthy heiress marches in, takes one look at the stunning, confident woman standing next to her man, and immediately clings to his arm, her eyes dripping with threat and jealousy. Who is she? The heiress demands, her voice laced with panic. But our undercover queen doesn't even flinch. She just stares back with a cold, knowing smirk. The real game has just begun, and she is playing to destroy. Look Look at the suffocating tension in this room. Dressed to kill in a crimson leather skirt and sharp glasses, the new secretary is internally rolling her eyes at the CEO's basic spoiled fiancé. The fiancé thinks she's securing her territory by showing up with a fancy, gourmet lunch, expecting total devotion. But the cold-hearted boss drops an absolute bomb. He completely ignores her feast and demands whatever the secretary brought instead. Cue the ultimate jealousy. The fiancé immediately starts throwing shade, accusing the new girl of using cheap tricks to seduce her man. But our badass secretary isn't just some helpless extra who's going to sit there and take the abuse. If she's going to be accused of being a homewrecker, she might as well give them a masterclass in villainy. In a jaw-dropping power move, she steps right up, picks up the food, and boldly hand-feeds the boss right in front of his seething girlfriend. The disrespect is palpable, and the CEO, he eats it right up, letting her wipe his mouth while the fiancé practically combusts on the sofa. But here's the real plot twist. She's not in it for love. A quick glance at her phone reveals the true motive. A massive $500,000 deposit just hit her account. Bag secured. She flashes a wicked smirk and casually struts out of the room. But the furious fiancé isn't letting it go that easily. Storming after her down the hall and into the bathroom, she corners the secretary, screaming about her stolen man and raising a hand to deliver a dramatic soap opera slap. But honey, you are messing with the wrong girl. Without even blinking, the secretary catches her wrist mid-air with lethal precision. You brought a tantrum to a turf war, and the real game has just begun. Trapped in a luxury washroom with her handsome boss and his screaming, entitled fiancé, this cool-headed secretary doesn't break a sweat she sees dollar signs. When the crazy fiancé tries to claim her territory, our girl steps up, but not for love. She's a corporate mercenary. For a negotiated fee, she offers the ultimate fake girlfriend service to rescue him from this toxic relationship. With a few calculated, intimate touches and a mocking smile, she easily sends the jealous fiancé storming out. Cha-ching! She happily scans her phone to collect her 10 grand acting fee, smugly reminding her boss of the company's strict no office romance policy. But plot twist, the boss isn't just playing along. Pinning her against the wall in a steamy, heart-stopping power move, he whispers that the rulebook says absolutely nothing about a secret forbidden fling. Just as the furious fiancé bursts back in to catch them red-handed, he casually books his fake girlfriend for an evening event. The trap is set. The tension is off the charts. But the real question is, who is actually playing who? Dealing with a toxic, blood-sucking family demanding 20 grand on a whim. For the icy, ultra-efficient secretary song, it's a hard, unapologetic pass. But the relentless stress is clearly taking a physical toll, wiping away a sudden, ominous nosebleed. She stares down at her phone's fierce lock screen. Defy your fate. She's completely done playing the victim in her own life. But her real challenge tonight isn't her manipulative relatives, it's her impossibly handsome, infuriatingly demanding CEO boss. As she strides toward his luxury car in the dead of night, the unspoken tension between them is already thick enough to cut with a knife. He knows exactly how to push her buttons, and tonight, he's playing a dangerous game. When he stubbornly refuses to buckle his own seatbelt, he forces her hand. She has no choice but to lean intimately across his lap to do it for him. But Secretary Song isn't one to just submit. She boldly demands extra pay for this out-of-bounds service, desperately trying to keep her professional armor intact. But as she leans over, invading his personal space, the intoxicating proximity and the heavy, magnetic silence completely short-circuit her brain. The air in the car crackles with electricity. In a jaw-dropping, unscripted twist, she ditches every single professional boundary and plants a desperate, fiery kiss right on his lips. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated impulse. As they finally break apart, breathless and flushed, the CEO doesn't look mad at all. Instead, he just smirks, his voice dripping with teasing arrogance. Secretary Song, right here in the car. Are you really that impatient? Buckle up, because this corporate power play is about to get dangerously spicy. In the sleek confines of a luxury car, the tension between the boss and his secretary is thick enough to cut with a knife. But here's the explosive twist. She's not just any secretary. She's just ditched her ultimate ugly duckling disguise. We're talking thick glasses, braces, and braided hair transforming into an absolute knockout. Her boss is clearly rattled by her sudden blow-up. But the real fireworks start when they hit the VIP dinner. As they strut into the private room, a smug rival executive's jaw practically hits the floor. He immediately assumes the boss has hired a stunning new piece of arm candy, completely oblivious that this gorgeous femme fatale is the exact same plain Jane he used to ignore. When the boss drops the bomb and reveals her true identity, the rival is left utterly speechless, his mind blown by the sheer lack of resemblance. But the drama doesn't stop there. Enter the heavy-hitting client, a sleazy older VIP, who takes one look at our newly minted beauty, decides he wants a piece of the action. He immediately starts aggressively pushing drinks on her, his intentions crystal clear and totally crossing the line. Our boss, suddenly feeling fiercely protective of his stunning assistant, tries to play the white knight. He steps in, downing the shots himself, and insisting she needs to stay sober to drive him home. But this creepy client is relentless and isn't taking no for an answer. In a jaw-dropping, audacious move, the VIP leans in and demands that the breathtaking secretary take him home instead. The tension in the room skyrockets. Will she play the submissive role to secure the multi-million-dollar deal? Or is this newly empowered, drop-dead gorgeous mastermind about to flip the script and teach these arrogant men a lesson they will never, ever forget? Talk about a high-stakes corporate power play. When a sleazy client tries to make a move on the sharp, red-lipped secretary, her brooding CEO steps in and completely shuts it down. He's marking his territory. Nobody gets in her passenger seat but him. Cut to the ride home, and the tension inside that luxury car is thick enough to cut with a knife. She orders him to buckle up, but he plays the stubborn billionaire card, forcing her to lean right across his lap to do it herself. The proximity? Absolutely off the charts. He catches her chin, their faces inches apart, warning her not to play games with his business deals. But with her killer glasses and unbothered smirk, she's giving him that fierce, take no prisoners energy right back, even joking that she was planning to drive the other guy straight to the graveyard. But the ultimate plot twist hits when they pull up to his jaw-dropping, ultra-luxurious mansion. She thinks her shift is over, but he casually orders her inside to cook him dinner. As they stroll through the entrance, a literal army of maids and bodyguards bow in perfect sync. She freezes. Wait a minute, he has a dozen staff members waiting on him hand and foot. But he's forcing her to play chef. As she glares at his smug face, the scandalous, hilarious truth finally clicks. This isn't about dinner at all. This is his petty, elaborate revenge because she totally slept with him last night and tried to brush it off. The secret office romance just turned into a full-blown turf war. And this boss lady is definitely not backing down. The midnight hangover soup was supposed to be a simple peace offering, but this ruthless boss isn't buying her innocent secretary act for a second. Without even breaking eye contact, he takes the porcelain bowl and deliberately, slowly, pours it straight onto the floor. Splash. So much for playing nice. He immediately backs her against the wall, trapping her in that sleek red leather skirt, his gaze stripping away all her professional defenses. He knows the soup is just a pathetic excuse to see him. Why? Because last night, things got incredibly messy. A quick flashback reveals the bitter truth. She had to stand there in the powder room, washing her hands aggressively while watching him tenderly hold another woman's hand. The jealousy was practically burning a hole through her. Now, trapped under his intense stare, she tries to backpedal, stammering out a desperate apology for losing her cool and crossing the line. But here's the ultimate plot twist: he doesn't want her apology. Leaning in dangerously close, his hand gripping her waist with undeniable possessiveness, he tells her he actually likes it when she makes mistakes. She tries one last time to play it cool, whispering that they are just a meaningless fling, but her trembling breath gives her away. Ignoring her weak protests, he pulls her in for a breathless, aggressive kiss that completely shatters their office boundaries. This isn't just a workplace game anymore. It's an all-out war of desire, and he is playing for keeps.